It's Money Matters, an NSCC financial literacy podcast situated in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. And now here's your host, Matt Curry.
Hello and welcome to Money Matters podcast. I'm your host, Matt Curry. Am I a financial expert? Heck no. But I do know a few things, and I know people who know a few more things, and that's what this podcast is about, connecting all those pieces together. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Money Matters.
Thanks for having me. This is very exciting.
Awesome. Mike, can you just start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Mike LePage. I work with Student Life here at the college. I've been with the college as an employee for 10 years. 2 years prior to my being hired as an employee, I was a student with the college at the Lunenburg campus out in Bridgewater, where I was working on a diploma in a CAD technician. So I was designing mechanical parts using AutoCAD. Part of that experience also included my involvement with the Student Association. So in my first year, I served as the VP of Communications. And in my second year, I served as the president. And that experience impacted me so profoundly that when the opportunity came up to join the team, the Student Life team with NSCC, I absolutely jumped at it because I saw firsthand what an impact the Student Association can have at a campus. And my experience was so good, I wanted to share those experiences and those opportunities with other incoming students who had the designs to improve campus life where they were. So 10 years later, here I am doing the same thing.
A decade of dedication. That's awesome. Well, just switching gears a bit, Mike, we're all looking to save money where we can, especially in today's economy. I understand you might have some tips for students on where they can get discounts from. Can you share with us just a little bit about what students need to do to get those discounts and maybe some examples of where they can get them from?
Absolutely. So part of the work that I do with Student Life and in conjunction with our student associations is to reach out to local retailers and vendors and business owners and that sort of thing to put together a list of discounts that students can obtain by simply showing their NSCC student ID. So all incoming students and returning students are eligible to receive an NSCC ID. All they have to do is go on to Connect, type in student ID, and they'll be taken to a link where they simply fill out a form. It's an online Microsoft form, and upon completion, they'll be mailed their student ID. To take advantage of the discounts that we've set up, all you need to do is show it at the vendor who's offering the discount. The Student Association has its own website. You can visit it at nscc.ca/SA for Student Association. And under Services and Offerings, there's our discount page. And it lists all of the active discounts that we have going on right now. So a great example might be if you're a student in the metro area and you're thinking, what am I going to do tonight? Well, you might want to take advantage of going to see our great Halifax Mooseheads hockey team. For students, you can get $12 tickets. That's a discount that you can get with your student ID. And on Thursdays, they're $9 for home games. We've got the entire page listed by region. So there's an area for Metro, there's an area for the Valley, one for South Shore, and there's one that's good for all of the province and even nationally. So places like Sobeys, Luttons, and the Bulk Barn all offer discounts on specific days when you show your student ID. So yeah, it's a great way to save a little bit of money here and there, and it can all add up, especially when you're making those expenditures on things that you're going to use on a regular basis, like groceries, like entertainment. So keep a little bit of money in your pocket just by showing your student ID to applicable vendors.
That's really cool, Mike. So a lot of power with just one card in your pocket for students.
For sure.
I'm just on the website checking them out now. There's quite a robust list of opportunities there. That's really cool.
Yeah, and it's something that we try to keep on top of as often and as frequently as we can. So one caveat I will put out there is while we do our very, very best to make sure that the list is up to date, some things may change. So it's always best practice to show your ID and ask, are you still offering a student discount?
That's awesome advice. And what if I'm a business owner, Mike, and I want to get involved in this? Do you know how I would do that?
Absolutely. If you go to that exact same page and scroll right down to the bottom, we have a contact us part of the page where business owners in Nova Scotia who would like to offer discounts to NSC students can just fill out the form. Very simple form, just your business name, your contact name, email, phone number, and what you're offering as a discount. When you click submit, that comes directly to us at Student Life. We'll follow up directly with the business owner to confirm that the offering is what exactly what they're saying it is, or if they want to put any additional offerings or anything like that. And we'll get some information from them, like a URL if they have one for their business, to allow students to check out what they're offering. As a little bit of an added bonus, we'll do a little bit of promotion for your business as well. So through social media, we'll advertise that you're a new discount offering business within Nova Scotia for NSCC. Promote your link, we'll promote your business, and it's a great way for them to give back to students and us to give back to them by offering them a little bit of advertising.
Absolutely. And if any students know of any businesses that offer discounts that aren't listed here, would they just get in touch with you, Mike, or?
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it would just be to email studentlife@nscc.ca. We'll follow up with the business directly. If you can provide us contact information, that'd be even better. Have those discussions, and if they are indeed offering a discount, they'll go up on the website and receive some promotion through our Student Life channels.
On this podcast, Mike, we're always talking about ways that we can save money and sharing tips with students about how to do that because, as you know, in today's economy, it's pretty tough. Expenses are high, and any areas where we can economize, we try and share those with students. So do you have any tips with students about ways to save apart from discounting?
A couple. Number one, certainly stay on top of what the local retailers are offering. Get in the habit of checking their websites because that's a great way to find out what's going on sale and when. And most of the businesses out there do that on their websites in one capacity or another. A lot of the vendors that I typically deal with have converted from paper flyers to online flyers. So you can go to their website, see what's coming up for specials and sales and that sort of thing for the upcoming week. And then, you can prepare yourself accordingly. But the second one I think is probably even more important, and that's to educate yourself about finances. When you have the knowledge of how finances work and how your own personal finances work on top of that, it can be a really, really great tool for you to be able to get a handle on your finances. And in getting that information, it'll help you save. One of the best resources that I can name started off as a book and is actually now a podcast, and it's called The Wealthy Barber. And for those who may or may not be familiar with this, it's a book that was written some years ago by Dave Chilton. Some people may recognize that name as one of the fellows who was on Dragon's Den. But he's a financial advisor who does a really great job of communicating this information in really easy, plain language. You don't have to be a financial expert to understand what he's saying, and he's got some really wonderful practical tips that you can apply to your everyday finances. Everything from paying yourself first, putting a little bit of money aside before you take care of your bills, to understanding what a TFSA or a tax-free savings account is. And everything in between. So if you want to invest something in yourself as far as your education goes when it comes to personal finance, that's a great resource to use. And like I said, for those who may not be interested in reading that kind of book, he does have a podcast as well, and it's very entertaining. Lots of financial experts come on with him to provide some great information on how to stay on top of things.
I love The Wealthy Barber. Do you have any connections to David? Could we get him as a guest on the upcoming podcast?
I don't have direct connections with him, but I'm sure it's somebody he can be reached out to. So, I see on his page right here, there's a listing for contact. So, an email will never hurt.
You never know.
Exactly. It's always a no if you don't ask.
Yes. That's great advice, Mike. Before I let you go, do you budget? If so,
yes.
Do you have any other tools and resources that you recommend aside from The Wealthy Barber?
I do budget. I absolutely budget. I think that it's a wise and good habit to get into, having a handle on where your money's going, what you're going to need for the upcoming weeks and months, whatever those might be. If it's bills, if it's groceries, if it's entertainment, whatever. Having an idea of where all that money's going at any given time can really help you plan. And when you've got a decent plan in place, it makes it a lot easier to take care of your finances. As far as how I do it, I'm pretty old school. I use an Excel sheet. Um, I've been using Excel for 20 plus years, so I'm very comfortable with it. I know how to build the formulas, and I can just make my own budgeting sheet that way. But one other resource that I'll make mention of that I'm sure that everybody can get a handle on is an app called My Money. It's available for both Android and Apple devices, and it's just called My Money. And it's a financial tracking device, or app, I should say, that allows you to create custom pages, allows you to create custom categories, and it's just input, output. Whatever you put in, it will calculate based on those figures and give you really solid information like graphs, weekly and monthly spending, all kinds of great stuff that will allow you to educate yourself on where your money is going, and will allow you to make adjustments as necessary, allow you to plan for the upcoming weeks and months, and where you need money in certain places, and maybe opportunities for you to save. And again, it's just another way of doing what I feel is a very core skill that most of us are going to need throughout our lives. Certainly as students, we need to be on top of everything because money's very, very tight. That doesn't change a whole lot as you go through life. You do need to remain on top of your finances, regardless of your financial situation. Being diligent about that and using the tools that are available to you, in my case, Excel, maybe in somebody else's case, that app, is just a really great way to be able to do exactly that.
You've hit the nail on the head, my friend. Thank you so much for that, and for coming on the podcast today and telling us more about that amazing discount program offered through the Student Association. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure, and best of luck with this podcast. I think it's a fantastic idea and a really great opportunity for students to get some very badly needed information.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Money Matters with Matt. I hope you learned something new. If you've got an idea for a topic for a future episode, drop us an email at awards@nscc.ca. You can also send us a question there, and we will answer it in a future episode. Any resources or links that we discussed during this episode are available in the show notes. Thanks. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to Money Matters, an NSCC financial literacy podcast. Make sure to subscribe to NSCC's YouTube channel so you don't miss an episode. Until next time.